You've come back to Bellewood. The lanterns are lit, and the fire's glow spills across the tavern floor. Sit closer now. Let the hearth tell you a story.
There you are. I was hoping you'd come back. There's something about a fire, isn't there? The way it draws us close and slows the hours. Even the wind outside quiets down when it sees a hearth alight. You found your way to Bellewood again, and that's no small thing. People say it's just a village, tucked between the sea and the ridge, with nothing but old roads and older stories. But they're wrong. Bellewood isn't a place you find on a map. It's a place that finds you. It appears when you need it most, though you may not know why at first. Perhaps your heart's grown a little too quiet. Perhaps something once tender has gone threadbare. Or perhaps you're just longing for something true, something that lingers. Here, time moves differently. We mend things with our hands. We listen when others speak. And when the fire glows just right and the night settles close, stories come, not loud ones, not perfect ones, but stories where two souls find each other and something in the world shifts. Because Bellewood has always been a place of healing, not just from sickness, but from silence, from sorrow, from forgetting how it feels to be looked at as though you matter. Now, some say Bellewood is magic. Others say it's haunted. I say it remembers. And tonight, it remembers a love that unfolded like the last bloom of fall. Quiet, bright, and entirely unexpected. So settle in. The hearth is warm. Your tea's still steeping. And I have a tale to tell you. Listen closely tonight. The wind has a voice, and if you stand still long enough, you might hear it speak. Sometimes it murmurs secrets meant for no one, and sometimes it calls a name. There's a tale in Bellewood of a woman who walked these lanes at dusk and heard her name whispered from the hedgerows. Some say it was the trees sighing in the breeze. Others say it was something or someone reaching for her across time. But I will tell you how it really happened. Bellewood's field stretched golden and quiet in late autumn, the air carrying the sharp scent of wood smoke and damp earth. Lanterns flickered along the winding lanes, their lights soft against the gathering dusk. Each evening, Eliza Harrow, the village's schoolteacher, took her solitary walk along the hedgerows that bordered the meadow paths. She liked the silence, or at least she told herself she did. But on that particular evening, as the last crows wheeled overhead, a sound reached her ears. Eliza. She stopped mid-step. The wind stirred the dry grasses. Eliza! It came again, soft, almost gentle. Her heart thudded. She glanced around. The lane was empty. "Who's there?" she called, her voice unsteady. No answer, only the whisper of leaves brushing against one another. The next day, Bellewood buzzed with news of a newcomer, Nathaniel Cross. A young man with dark hair and an ink-stained jacket had arrived to repair the old chapel windows. He walked the streets with a quiet purpose, sketchbook under one arm. Eliza met him by chance on the green, where she saw him tracing the curve of the chapel steeple with long, graceful strokes of his pencil. "You hear things in this village," he said lightly when she asked about his work. "What sort of things?" she replied. "Voices, stories, the wind carrying your own thoughts back to you." For a moment she thought of the voice on the lane, but she said nothing. That evening she walked again. The air was colder now, the fields edged in frost. A lantern swung from her hand, its light barely holding back the dusk. "Eliza!" She froze. This time the sound was clearer, the syllables drawn out like a sigh. "Eliza, wait." The voice was warm, not menacing, but pleading. She turned slowly, and there, emerging from the hedgerows, was Nathaniel. "Forgive me," he said, catching his breath. "I didn't mean to frighten you. I only wanted to ask if I might join your walk." "You called my name," she said softly. He frowned. "I didn't." But in his eyes she saw the same startled recognition she felt. In the days that followed, Eliza and Nathaniel walked Bellewood's lanes together. At first, their words were cautious, about weather, repairs, village gossip, but soon their silences grew comfortable, like threads pulling them closer. "Do you ever feel like you've known someone before?" Nathaniel asked one evening as the wind tugged at his coat. "Like a memory you can't quite catch?" Eliza replied. The wind stirred again. "Eliza?" She stiffened. Nathaniel heard it too this time. She saw it in the way his head tilted, eyes narrowing on the hedgerows. "It's the wind," he said softly, "or something in it." But his hand brushed against hers as they walked on, and neither pulled away. On the seventh evening, the air was still and heavy, as though waiting. Eliza and Nathaniel paused by an old oak where the lane curved toward the chapel. "Perhaps the wind speaks because we never listened before," he murmured. "Or because we didn't yet have someone worth listening for," she said. The breeze rose gently. "Stay." This time, They both heard it. Clear, undeniable. Nathaniel turned to her, his expression unreadable. "I don't know if it's your ghost or mine," he whispered, "but I can't seem to leave." Eliza smiled faintly, her fingers finding his. "Then don't." The wind still speaks in Bellewood. Some say it carries secrets, lost promises, and voices that never reach their intended ears. But sometimes, if you're lucky, it speaks your name. Not to call you away, but to call you home.
And that, dear one, is how it went. Or how it might have gone. Bellewood keeps its truths tucked close, but if you sit still long enough, the stories rise like smoke from the coals. What happened after? Well, that depends who you ask. Some say they stayed together till their hands went wrinkled and their words grew fewer but sweeter. Some say it was only a season, a flicker of the heart meant to guide them both towards something deeper. And some say they still walk the lantern trail on quiet nights, though no one sees them. But what I know is this: love, when it finds us, whether for a lifetime or a moment, changes the shape of things. It carves out a new room in the heart, even if the door must close later. And when you've been loved, truly, even once, you carry its warmth with you like embers in your pocket. So leave your lantern burning. Keep a space beside the fire, because in Bellewood the story never really ends. It just waits for the next heart ready to hear it. Until next time, stay warm.